We're going to make some skillet lasagna today. We need 1 pound of sausage, and this is just mild Italian sausage. We're going to need about 1/2 of an onion and 2 cloves of garlic. So we're going to put that in the frying pan and fry it all up together. So hang in there. Now when you're doing the sausage, these come in a casing. So you want to make sure before you cook it that you take this casing off. So, and you're just going to split down the side and just peel it right out. But you're going to use the whole package of sausage. See, just like that. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do with this onion, we're only going to use 1/2 of it. And if you cry when you chop onions, then I have the perfect solution for you. Take the outer shell off of this. And I'm going to cut it up into probably 3 pieces. But we're going to use our manual food processor. Just drop that in there like that. And chop it. You don't have to drop 12-inch nonstick pan. We'll add this to it. And this is our mix and chop. And it just basically just crumbles it up for you when it's cooking. We're going to get this started before we add the onions. I want our pan to be pretty hot. Now I'm going to add my onions to my meat. It's almost done, so we're just going to give these onions and garlic a little bit of time to sweat down with it. Okay, so now we're going to add some spaghetti sauce, and my personal little trick that is not in the recipe is I like adding one of these dry mixes to it too. It just kind of adds a better flavor. But this is our Pampered Chef can opener. We sell a ton of these. But it makes it where the lid just comes off. I'll show you in a second. It has these little pinchers here on the side, so you can grab the lid. There you go. All right, so you're going to add 1 can of sauce and 1 can of water. And our sauce mix. Kind of like my mix and chop, so I'm going to go back over here with it and mix it up a little bit. Okay, so now what we have is 1/2 of a box of lasagna noodles. So roughly 8 or 9 pieces. But when you start breaking these, we need to have them in chunks. When you start breaking them up, they're going to splatter everywhere. So if you wrap them in a kitchen towel while you're doing it, you'll have less mess. And there you go. We're going to add this to the sauce, and it's going to cook about 18 minutes. All right, so now we're going to assemble the cheese mixture. So we've got ricotta cheese. We're going to be using 1 cup. We've got some grated mozzarella, and it says 1/2 cup. I think I've got about 3/4 of a cup there. And we're going to use 1 tablespoon of parsley and 2 ounces of this grated Parmesan cheese. And this is our microplane grater, so I'm going to be using it over a bowl just to keep it contained. Cheese is a very hard cheese, so this grater right here really works good for it. And this is a 5-ounce block, so I'm basically going to get about 1/2 of it. And the nice thing about this grater is it can be stood up like that. So if you have something you want to grate and maybe just onto your cutting board, you can do it like that as well. All right, I think that's enough cheese. So we're going to take the cheese, half the ricotta, because this is a 16-ounce package of ricotta, the Parmesan, and half of the parsley that we just chopped up. Parmesan was 2 ounces of that. Then we're going to add a little bit of crushed black pepper. And there we go. Okay, so our noodles have been cooking for about 18 minutes, and this is what we have. Now all we're going to do is we're going to add the ricotta cheese just by scoops on top. And then we're just going to put the lid back on for 3 minutes. And that should give it plenty of time for the cheese to melt. When it's completely done, we're just going to add a little bit of this parsley. Thanks for showing up today. And I just wanted to introduce you to my great grandson, Connor. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Thanks. Bye.